honestly, I still think it is. That brings me on to... So I started this video by comparing what's happening now to the dot-com bubble of the late 1990s. However, is it actually the same? No, not entirely. The main difference is that these AI companies have real utility and a clear path to profits. How big those profits will end up being remains to be seen. However, it's a much better situation than the dot-com bubble, where companies were getting their crazy valuations from fancy names alone. So does that mean it's not a bubble? Well, honestly, I still think it is. The signs are all there. Overvaluation, faking revenue, geopolitical mania and scaling limits. However, there's no way of telling what stage we're in. This could be the start of a decade of crazy investment, or closer to the end than we realise. So what's the best thing to do with your money? Well, I'm not a financial advisor. However, these are the things I'd be focusing on if I were you. Firstly, continuing to invest. If we're at the start of the bubble, then the prices we're seeing right now could seem like bargains in a couple of years' time. That's why it's so important to set up an automatic investment that leaves your account every month and goes into a broad, low-cost index fund. I did this during the dot-com bubble, and although my investments took a hit when the bubble burst, I don't regret a thing, as over time the market bounced back, as historically it always has. The real secret is not to panic when your portfolio goes down. As long as you're investing in an index fund that tracks the overall stock market, then continuing to invest for a crash could be the best thing you ever do. That's how I ended up making millions from the dot-com bubble bursting. But in order to do this, you need to make sure you're not in debt or over leveraging yourself. This is exactly why my friends lost millions while I was able to keep investing. Secondly, focus on increasing your income. Your income is the fuel you're using to grow your wealth. So if you can increase it by getting a promotion or starting a side hustle, then that's going to supercharge your returns, especially if you can do this while the stock market's falling, because you'll be picking up some bargains. Thirdly, focus on diversification. Putting all your money into one type of investment is a recipe for disaster. The key to surviving market bubbles is diversification. This means spreading your money across different types of assets. My portfolio includes stocks, bonds, precious metals like gold, real estate, and even cryptocurrency. Just remember, this bubble bursting won't be the end of the world. If you understand situations like this, then you won't be the one panicking, and you'll be the one taking advantage of the opportunities while everyone else is running for the exit.